Hello everyone, myself Zeel Bhatt and welcome to my channel Zeel's Pharmacy Tutorial. Today we are going to study about location of cholinergic receptors. Cholinergic receptors are of two types. First is muscarinic receptors and second is nicotinic receptors. Now let us have a look on the muscarinic receptors. Muscarinic receptors are of five types, that is M1, M2, M3, M4 and M5. Now, let us study about M1 receptors. M1 receptors are located at CNS, gastric glands and salivary glands. Now let us see the effects of M1 receptors. M1 receptor causes CNS stimulation and increase in gastric and salivary glands. Now let us see the specific agonist. The specific agonist for the M1 receptors are pilocarpine and oxytryptamine. Now let us study the M2 receptors. M2 receptors are located at heart and blood vessels. They causes decrease in the heart rate and decrease in the force of contraction. They also causes vasodilation. The specific agonist for M2 receptors are methacholine. Now moving towards M3 receptors, they are located at smooth muscles and glands. Thus they causes contraction of smooth muscle and increase in the gland secretion. The specific agonist for M3 receptors are pithanicol and carbachol. Now let us see about M4 receptors. M4 receptors are not yet well studied, but it is found that they are located at CNS and causes CNS inhibition. The specific agonist for M4 receptors is not yet found. Similar to M4 receptors, M5 receptors are not also studied well, but it is found that they are also located at CNS and they causes CNS stimulation. The specific agonist for M5 receptors is not yet found. Now, let us study about nicotinic receptors. Nicotinic receptors are of two types. First is NM receptors and NN receptors. Now, let us see about NM receptors. They are located at neuromuscular junction of skeletal muscle and causes contraction of skeletal muscle. The specific agonist for NM receptors are phenyl trimethylammonium. Now, at last, let us study about NN receptors. NN receptors are located at autonomic ganglia and causes stimulation of autonomic ganglia. The specific agonist for NN receptor are dimethylphenylpiperazinium. Thank you.